What's up, comics guys, and welcome back to Uppercut. Hit that subscribe button because we are diving into a story that is shaking Hollywood to its core. We have a perfect storm brewing, a potential industry-shattering merger between Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount, and a new DC universe that is, by all measurable accounts, failing to connect. Today, we're connecting the dots to explain why this corporate mega deal could be the final nail in the coffin for James Gunn's DCU, and why his days as its leader are officially on borrowed time. All right, let's start with the biggest piece of the puzzle, the potential buyout or merger of Paramount by Warner Bros. Discovery. This isn't just business as usual. This is a seismic shift. The primary drivers are simple. Paramount wants to absorb WB's massive debt, and both companies want to finally combine their streaming services, Max and Paramount Plus, to create a single giant that can actually compete with Netflix and Disney Plus. But with a shift this big, the new owners don't just acquire assets, they clean house. Reports are already swirling that David Zaslav's own future in a combined company is uncertain. Why? Because new investors like David Ellison of Skydance want their own team to execute their vision, and they want to move fast. Now here's the crucial part for DC fans. Insiders, including those at outlets like Cosmic Book News, who were once huge Gunn supporters, are reporting that if David Ellison succeeds in buying WB, James Gunn will be out as the head of DC Studios. The plan, according to these reports, is to install Mike DeLuca, the very same executive who fought for and championed the release of the Snyder Cut, to take over and start completely fresh. This isn't just a random rumor, it's a logical corporate maneuver. You don't spend billions on a new company and keep a leadership team whose first major releases have underperformed. And why would they want to remove Gunn? The proof is in the performance. Let's talk about the two pillars of his new DCU, Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. First, Superman. This was meant to be the glorious, crowd-pleasing reboot that launched a universe. Instead, it bombed financially. Let's break down the numbers you can't ignore. And this corporate shakeup is exactly why you should be subscribed right now. If you want to be the first to know how this merger could bring back the Snyderverse, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. This story is moving fast, and you won't want to miss what happens next. The production budget was reportedly $225 million, with another $125 million just for marketing, bringing the total cost to a staggering $350 million. It pulled in around $616 million worldwide, which sounds good until you remember that theaters take about half of the box office. That means the studio only saw about $308 million, resulting in a theatrical loss of over $40 million. As confirmed by sources like Forbes, this movie lost money. For a character as iconic as Superman, that is an unmitigated disaster. It also received a devastating C+ cinema score from audiences, meaning word of mouth was terrible. Second, Peacemaker Season 2. The first season was a breakout hit, but the second? It's flopping hard with fans. The messaging has become divisive, the ratings have cratered, and according to streaming analytics, it failed to even chart on Nielsen's top 10. This wasn't a slow burn, it was a dud. When your flagship movie loses money and your flagship TV show can't find an audience, your leadership is not working. So, what does this all mean? James Gunn himself has recently been quoted as saying he's just doing whatever he wants with DC right now. To many insiders, that sounds less like a statement of creative freedom and more like a man who knows his time is short, getting his projects made and his friends paid before the new bosses come in and clear the deck. And what could the future hold? If Mike DeLuca, the man who backed the Snyder Cut, takes over, a full reboot is almost certain. While it's unlikely we'd see a direct restoration of the old Snyderverse, the door could finally open for projects that have been fan demands for years. We know Zack Snyder himself has expressed interest in returning to direct an adaptation of Frank Miller's classic, The Dark Knight Returns, with Ben Affleck back in the cowl. Under new leadership that wants to win back the fans and make a guaranteed hit, a project like that is no longer a pipe dream. It's a potential billion-dollar opportunity sitting on the table. Now, take all of this with a grain of salt for now. These are still just rumors, but they are persistent and they are coming from multiple sources. That's my take after connecting the dots. What are your thoughts? Is this the end for Gunn and the rebirth of a DC Universe fans actually want? Sound off in the comments. Hit that like button if you agree, and subscribe for more updates as this story develops. Thanks for watching Uppercut.